Hello, my viewer. I'm so much excited to have you today. Welcome to this channel. If you're tuning in from wherever you are in Africa, outside Africa, you're very much welcomed to this channel. And I want to tell you this. I've been employed for the longest time, and my life has been about waiting for a salary at the end of the month. Many of us normally do this. I know you're doing this. I know the business people cannot be able to relate because you get to pay yourself. You get to earn your profits whenever, and you can pay yourself at whatever time you want. But this video goes straight to the people that are receiving a paycheck at the end of the month, and you're seeing your money just flying and you don't really understand what is happening. We are going to break it down because I've been through it all, and these are some of the lessons that I've been able to draw from my mistakes and the things that I never used to know they happen. So you get a payment at probably the 20th, or that is the end of the month, or probably in between date 1, 2, 3 there, and you actually don't have money by 10th. Actually, today I'm recording this video. It is on 10th of April 2026, and I just sat down and I said, wow, why don't I talk to my community about this issue of you're in date 10 and you do not have any cash. The only amount you have is probably 500 shillings in your M-Pesa or wherever you put your money, and you're wondering, where did my money go to? Oh my God. So that is it. That is what I'm going to talk to you about. And remember, this channel, we talk about how you're going to solve problems. We talk about real life, and we talk about real money. Yes, so because your salary didn't just disappear, you spent it. This also is in exception to the people that are waiting for their paychecks so that they can be able to commit to a hospital bill because or something is really pressing and pending, so they're just waiting for that salary to come, and they spend 70% of it. They're just going to pay up the bills. Heartfelt to everyone that is going through this. But now, to the people that are undergoing through the payment issue and you cannot be able to say where your money went to after you received your salary, this video is for you. Ensure that you watch until the end. Let's start. So this is the House of Point again, where we say it as it is. If you've ever never been into this channel, ensure to subscribe. Please ensure to subscribe. Hit on that subscription button so that we can be able to continue. Right now we are at 60 subscribers. Yay, that is a really great achievement, and I pray that we go further and further, and that is only going to happen if you just hit on that subscription button. If you only hit on that subscription button, that is when it's going to happen. Now, when I was analyzing all these stories that I'm talking about, I've done the introduction and you've heard what we are likely to talk about. Now, where is the problem? I asked myself that question. Where was the problem? So where is the problem? The problem comes in the spending habits. So what is our spending habits? Wow, we love to order food from outside. KFC, you say, I want to say thank you to my body because you worked out the whole month, so why don't I appreciate you? So you order KFC. You're ordering a lot of out meals, yes, or what is it called? Those meals that you order. So you don't cook. You're not cooking nowadays. Now, from date 2, 3, 4, 5 there, you're just ordering food. You're eating your best to the best of your craving, right? You're eating to the best of your craving. That is what you're doing, which is okay. It's not bad. But wait, the other problem that comes in, it is going outings. These outings, remember, you have to spend some money, or maybe you find yourself having to be treating your friends out, so you have to go out with them. You're inviting them. You're coming up with this ideas of let's go there, let's go hiking, let's go I don't know where, and you're the one who is going to pay up the bills, probably for them, or if not for them, then definitely you're going to pay up a bill, isn't it? The other thing that I saw in this case is that you find that you become very charitable. Yes, charity becomes your home. Yes, so you're this person that is charitable. If someone calls you in, remember, in the beginning of the month, I don't know what happens. It's like problems normally time when the month is ending, or they normally know when you're getting money. So you'll be receiving calls and someone is asking for some money because they have this issue, and you're the only person that they thought of and they called. What do? You enter into your wallet, you give them money, and life continues. Boom! By 10th, imagine you're broke again. You're broke. Why? What is happening? This is not just one big expense. Yes, you did not just have one big expense over time, like in the dates 1 to 9. No, but you have been having very, very small leakages of your money. You're spending 300 here, aka 500, aka 1,000, and you say, I'll return. Yes, there is this one thing I've actually remembered. I used to save, and it was at the beginning of my period of saving, when I was training myself to have this discipline of saving, because saving requires a lot of discipline. And I will say I was supposed to be I began at, I guess, 500 shillings. I began at 500 shillings, and I said, you know what, I'll save these 500 shillings. But a certain problem comes in. So I'm supposed to take these 500 shillings and do what? Sort the issue. And I tell myself, before the month goes, before the days go, I'll have returned the 500 shillings. So let me just spend it on this issue, and then I'll return the 500 shillings. Oh my goodness, that was one of the huge mistakes I used to do, because you don't return it. You say, I didn't get the money. So what do? You accumulate your savings. You're not saving enough because you spent the money somewhere else. And it goes, unajipata, before you know it, pesa imeisha, you don't have any money that is left. Is anyone with me, or am I the only person that has been going through these issues? Anyway, I'm so glad to share this with you, because these things happen. But now, after thinking about the problems, so what do you think are some of the solutions that we're supposed to be having? Because definitely we're supposed to be having solutions, because yes, we need this money, we need to do our savings, we need to make those shoppings, and we have to do it no matter what. So I came up and I found that there is something that is called soft life pressure. I don't know if you can relate. Soft life pressure. You want a lifestyle, but this lifestyle, it is built up by pressure that you see online, by pressure that you see with the people around you. You see people going for vacations. They are posting nyama chomas. Oh my goodness. They are posting these outfits, and they're out for a weekend. And your income doesn't match that lifestyle. So what do? You fix yourself. To the limit. It's actually to the limit, and you find yourself not being in a position to actually afford this lifestyle, because it's all pressured, and you find you making a mistake. Let me give you the mistake that I used to make because of soft life pressure. The moment I'm paid, I used to divide my money into categories. We are going to come there. But after I've divided my money into categories, I find that there is nothing that I can be able to say, narudishia mwili shukrani. So what did I used to do? I used to go This was out of hasira, my friends. This was out of hasira. Mbona kwa nini nisijitreat? Why don't I treat myself? Sikuwa mtu wa manguo sana, but I used to go in the evening. I'd go to the best restaurants around the area and I order whatever I want. I don't want to know the bill. I don't know if it's going to amount to 5,000, 3,000, but I must treat myself. So I go there, I sit down, I ask for the menu. I go through the menu and the menu is telling me that I need some cappuccino. And yeah, today also I feel like I can do nyama choma. Can I get a quarter? And the food is brought. I spoil myself. I enter the supermarket. I buy snacks. I purchase what do we call them? Yeah, chocolates. I purchase chocolates and the snack, any snack that I want to treat myself. So that evening, I go home, I'm not cooking, and life is so good. I feel so good. I'm sitting by the couch and I'm doing a movie. I'm watching a movie, and you know what? I'm enjoying the best snack. Yes, I'm having the best snack. So that is a soft life pressure. But imagine how much I've used. Imagine I've spent over 3,000 shillings. Probably 4,000 shillings, amounting to even 5,000 shillings on a night. And this is money I didn't have, but I've forced the money to enter into my budget. I've forced the money to be in my budget. This is another thing that comes to squeeze us, and we find we do not have money by 10th. Family responsibilities. Let's be real. In Kenya, our salary is not just our own. It is ours. It is ours, yes? Because you have school fees to pay. You're paying school fees for your siblings. You have emergencies at home. And you know, when emergencies at home come, they don't announce, they don't say that we are coming, you know, we don't have shopping, you know, we don't have what, I don't know, your smaller brother fell from the tree or fell, I don't know, down, and you know, some emergencies are coming, and then kidogo you find these random messages and calls from families, and they're asking for help because they're stuck. And do you know what you do? Because you're this caring person, you're good to them because you care. What do? You give them. So do you think that is affecting whatever we are talking about? Comment down below as we continue. The other thing that I found, it is the issue of having no budget. When you have no budget, you have no control over your money. That is what I came to find, and I found it, I don't want to say late, but I found this to be a problem. So what happens? Most people, they don't plan for their money. You just receive money and you start spending, and you don't have control over it. And then what will happen? The money is going to have control over you. So the money is going to be controlling you. So if I receive my money, like let's say today I receive my paycheck today, what I normally do is I plan for a budget. I do a budget, and I say I started by the rule of 50 30 20 rule. What I trained myself to be doing is, the moment I receive my paycheck, I draft a budget. If something comes up and it's not within my budget, I'm not in a position to help. I'm just not in a position to help. Well, let's continue and talk about something else. These mobile money issues. Because you're having your favorite yeah, your favorite phone, isn't it? You have your phone, and on this phone you've downloaded literally all lending money apps, all lending money applications you have in your phone. Name them. This one is very dangerous, I tell you, because spending money feels easy. You don't feel the pain of cash leaving your hand. You buy lunch 200 shillings, you pay for a delivery 150 shillings. That is not on the same day, but sequentially. You go shopping 300 shillings. It feels small, but it actually adds up very fast. Imagine 200, 150, 300 shillings. It's like you've spent over 1,000 shillings over 2 hours or 1 hour sequentially, because you don't feel the pain. There is this app. You see, life has been made easier for us, and majority of us, we do not have cash. Actually, personally, last month it's when I started having a lot of tangible cash on my wallet, simply because I changed the market that I used to go, and I saw that markets nowadays, they tell us to pay to withdraw the cash rather than paying up through this, lipa na M-Pesa, pay bill. So they're telling you to withdraw. So I find myself withdrawing money from the tomato person. When I go to the potato person, again, I'm supposed to withdraw money. So I did calculation for what I've been spending over withdrawing the transaction amount, and I found it is expensive. So I would rather withdraw if it's 2,000 shillings and have less transaction and have tangible cash. So my point is this: we have these apps that we have that store our money. So you find that getting money out of the app, it is very easy. It is very easy. It feels sweet. It feels sweet, but it's eating somewhere. It's easy, but it's eating somewhere. The other thing that I found remember the last video that we did on the money traps? The traps, how you borrow money and you're supposed to pay much and you're stuck. You don't know what to do. So you borrow to survive. That is what we normally do. We borrow to survive. So then the next salary is already reduced. When you're getting your your next payment or your next salary, you find a reduction on it. Why? Because you borrowed. Instead of moving forward, you're just surviving. Yani, living for survival. Oh my God. That one has really reminded me of a situation I was in. Some years I used to live on survival because I didn't have much, or I didn't have the discipline of saving, and I'm just paying up debts. And I'm just surviving. I don't have money. I'm just surviving. So now, my dear viewer, let us talk about the solutions. Me, by the way, when it comes to money matters, nowadays I take it with a lot of caution, and money matters has been a priority, like the way I prioritize on my health, the way I prioritize on my shopping, like every month I have to eat. I prioritize on it so much, because when you mess it up, you messed up also. So what's the solution? Let me give you some of the solutions that I've gotten, and why don't I share them with you? The very first one: pay yourself first. Please. How? By saving something. Pay yourself first. How? by saving something small. All right? If you receive your salary today, your paycheck today, let the first amount of money that the first thing that you're doing is to pay yourself, because you're the one who has been working over that month. You've been waking up very early, going to that work, enduring all the stresses and all the pressures, and you have something at the end of it. Please pay yourself first. And how is paying yourself even being beneficial to you? You are safeguarding your future. You're safeguarding your tomorrow, so that if in case you will not find yourself in that job tomorrow, if something happens and you're not in that paycheck anymore, you have something that will safeguard you. Even if it's small, please do it. Don't wait to save what remains, but because nothing is going to remain. Nothing is going to remain. If you say I'm going to save up on what is going to remain, nothing is going to remain. You're just going to be having issues, or needs. Let me call them needs. Excuse me. Let me call them needs. So the next thing that you do, use a simple budget formula. Please draft a formula, draft a budget. This one I say again and again, draft a budget. You receive your paycheck today, do this. 50% needs to go to rent. So let me explain it to you. The 50-30-20 rule. The 50-30-20 rule. This is going to help you a lot. 50%, let it go to your needs. So let's say you're working with 30,000 shillings. Let me start with 30. You're earning 30,000 shillings. So out of 30,000 shillings, times 50%. So 50% of 30,000 shillings, take it to your rent, food, bills, any need that you have. The next thing that you do, 30%, again, from the 30,000, not what remained, from the 30,000 times 30%, go to the wants. I want to purchase an outfit. I want to change something in my house. I need to go for a vacation. I need to send my parents something. Let it go to the wants. All right? The 20%. From now, the 30,000, let it go to your savings. Please start by saving 30,000 times 20%. Let it go to your saving. Please be in a position to adjust to your reality. Be in a position to adjust to the fact that you're being paid 30,000, and it will help you to plan on it. All right? The other thing that you have to do, the other thing that I had to do, track your spending. At least you can start by saying, this week, I want to see where my money goes. How do I spend my money? How is my statement? And you're going to be in a position to know where the problem is and where your money is going. And you will be able to thank me later. The other thing, please reduce on small spendings. Please reduce on small spendings. Those small spendings those are actually the real problem. And you ask yourself, do I really need to do this? I do not have to. So I came into a conclusion that I don't have to do nyama choma every day that I get paid. I don't have to do nyama choma, do a snack, I don't know, shopping or what. Those are necessary things. I don't have to do them. The other thing that you're going to do, please control your first 5 days after salary. This is where most danger happens. If you win the first 5 days, you will not be broke by the 10th. Because you're going to know that after my payment, the first 5 days, please watch where and how you're using your money. Be cautious. Be awakened. Be awakened. Please be awakened. This is a life of It's a matter of life and death. Be awakened, all right? And you're not going to experience this being broke by 10th, all right? I have some things that I want you to put into consideration. The first thing is that your salary is not always the problem. The problem is how you manage it. Even if your income increases, if your habits don't change, you will still be broke. Upende usipende, you still be broke. The next time you get paid, don't just spend. Plan, control, and be intentional. If this video hit you personally, like, share, subscribe, and you're going to get more real financial contents about how and where and what not to do with your money. That has been my time. Until next time, bye.